There's more to California than just movie stars and Disneyland. This is a state that boasts a large number of stunning natural attractions.
It literally is a shithole. We are here in Los Angeles at a homeless camp where piles and piles of trash have accumulated. We're here because Scott Presler, a conservative Trump supporter and activist, has put together a massive action where conservative Trump supporters and really people have been invited from all political backgrounds can come together and try to help out these Democrat poverty-stricken communities that the Democrats have neglected. So we have a lot of conservative Trump supporters out here today dressed in hazmat suits, picking up tons and tons of filth and trash that these Democrat politicians have neglected to clean up. And they just neglect their homeless people, they neglect their cities, and they neglect just heaps and piles of trash. And where does all that taxpayer money go? Where does it go? So, I mean, I'm telling you right now, it reeks of urine. It is so bad out here. It's so bad. Oh, nice shirt.
Thank you.
Very cool.
If you had been here this morning, just seeing that from that wall where the graffiti is over to the grass, completely covered in trash. And now I'd say we've gotten maybe 70 to 80% of the trash removed, and it's not even 1 o'clock, I don't think yet. So we still have 3 more hours of volunteers that are supposed to be coming today.
We looked at Venice, Skid Row, then we found this location thanks to Ted Hayes. He's a homeless activist that's been based out of LA for years. So, we basically came here and we noticed that it was good for, pulling up with the trucks. Logistically, it made sense. We could tell what was the difference between the trash and where the homeless actually live. And, we could actually make a difference, humans helping humans. That's what this is all about.
I was really surprised on the map where he said to come to. I was going to go to downtown LA where it's all awful. And instead, I'm being directed to a recreational area that's beautiful in my neighborhood. I'm going, where's the problem? And now I'm seeing and smelling a problem that I never saw before.
We support Scott. We heard about this on Twitter, and this is, Americans helping Americans. And, we felt like we were supported here with, a lot of conservatives are here, and it's great, and we're helping our fellow citizens.
Scott Presler organized everything. He's very popular on Twitter. We wanted to help. He organized it, and I said, I'm in. And we want to make a difference. We want to make California great again.
So you're doing this out here to celebrate your birthday. You're helping out the community.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
That's really great.
Thank you.
And we just want to help and just help clean up and do what we can. And I'm supporting President Trump. He's come down here to California to try to work with our government here in California. I hope they work together and that we can help solve this issue.
We're just regular people, and we heard about Scott coming out here and doing this, and we're like, we'll come out and do it. And I think there's a lot of goodwill out here just amongst us regular people that if there was a lot more leaders like Scott doing what they did in Baltimore. I told Scott I came from Baltimore where he cleaned up the area, and, I'm kind of excited to go back to Baltimore because I want to see what he did, this is my old neighborhood.
What do you think about the fact that regular, everyday American citizens are having to come out here and volunteer to do this dirty work?
Well, the regular are, it's probably like mostly right-leaning people that come out here and help, which is cool. Honestly, everybody should be out here doing their part.
It's gotten worse. Homelessness has gotten worse. Tents have gotten worse. Trash has gotten worse. Now in the streets, not just in here, like every street has trash on the side. They have these weird puddles that are like festering with some sort of stuff. It just gets worse and worse and worse.
So this is obviously a public safety hazard. Why have the politicians not done anything? Why do you think they aren't doing anything?
The whole city is a public safety hazard. This is bad. Skid Row is bad. Hollywood's getting bad, Silver Lake's getting bad, every underpass is bad. There's literally, even in the nicer areas, there's becoming this like weird festering, diseasey like water. So I don't know. I have no idea why the mayor, the governor, Ellen, Jimmy Kimmel, all they do is talk about the president every single night, and then they walk and either go up to the hills and don't look at this stuff or just drive past it. So it takes a a really special type of person to want to lecture the rest of the country on how to protect the environment when you have the most polluted city, the most dirty city. California has the highest poverty. I mean, they're leading in a lot of disgusting categories, and I have no idea why they won't face that and like solve it if they really care about people.
So here's my question. How much money did this cost?
Well, this is a lot of donated efforts today. So for example, Mr. Javier is the reason why we have these dumpsters. This is the second one, and as you can see, it's almost to the brim. We're probably gonna need maybe 1.5 to 2 more. And Wayne is the gentleman that got the Bobcat here today that Kenny's driving. And many of these items that you see over to my right, water, gloves, thank you, sunscreen, everything, the Gambit has been donated. So really, we've been able to pull this off on a shoestring budget, despite the fact that neither the city nor the federal government were cleaning up this mess.
I feel like the city would try to claim that this costs some outrageous amount of money to fix.
Well, let's break it down. So let's say a dumpster's $500. So 2 dumpsters, $1,000. Let's say renting out a Bobcat, I'm gonna be generous and throw another $500. Plus all the items, I'll be generous and say another $600. You're talking $2,100. And all of the people here today are volunteers. Nobody is being paid today. Nobody is here because they were being paid. So $2,500 to pick up 10 plus tons of trash and help make sure that we have a safer, cleaner environment and a homeless camp. Why isn't this money being used to allocate it here?
How much money is going into helping solve the homeless crisis in their own state?
I believe they got $1 billion or a couple $1 billion or $1 billion a couple years ago, and it took them maybe 2 years, 3 years to build one place. And if you look at how long it takes to build a building, it took almost 2 or 3 times as long, because most of the time government does anything, they're always slower and squander, waste like billions of dollars on things that cost $1 million. So they're not really using it, and also they're too naive, foolish, or fake to really do the right thing, because there's a multi-layered approach, but they kind of just always screw over the working person or the good person. The first thing Gavin Newsom did was like, I'm gonna give illegals, free health care. I'm a citizen, I don't even have health care, and it's certainly not free. They just take my money. So why in the world, even if you support illegal immigrants as a liberal, say like, I don't care who's in America, why would that be the first thing when you have trash, pollution, homelessness?
Our mayor, Villaraigosa, he didn't do anything. The previous one for us, he didn't do the one currently for us, he awarded Skid Row some money, but it went nowhere.
Obviously, it's not a priority for them. If it was a priority for them, they'd be doing something about it. I don't think they should embezzle money and use it for the resources.
It makes me really angry because there's people like Eric Garcetti and Gavin Newsom that don't do anything, and then they're always preaching about how they're gonna let other people come in here and have everything free, and then there's people suffering here on the streets. And there's a renting crisis here in California. It's for a single space home, it's $600,000, and then even for apartments, it's $1,200 a month. And it's no one making minimum wage. And I'm not saying to hire minimum wage, but it's there needs to be regulation.
I was speaking with the business owner. He was telling me they've been here for 3 years, and he's complained to the city, and they don't do anything. They always say, oh, we don't have enough money, blah, blah, blah.
Some people have been worrying about typhus outbreaks. Are you concerned about that affecting your community?
Yes. That's why we're wearing hazmat suits and masks and everything else. Yeah, these diseases didn't just go away to never come back again. They breed in certain areas where there's filth, where there's human waste, where there's rats.
I've spoken to some of the homeless people living in this camp, and I've been told that several of them have staph infections. So yes, while Democrats raise their hands to give health care to illegal immigrants, we have homeless people living here that are suffering from staph infections, and where's their health care? Where's their right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness? And it's clear we're not taking care of our folks.
I was speaking with the police officers right before you came, and they were letting me know that there's around 50 to 60 people that live here, and they're actually pitching in too. They wanted the help.
So here are the tents where people are living right now in California. This is Los Angeles. This is what the city, the Democrat politicians running the city, do to solve the problem. They stick a paper onto the side of someone's tent to evict them. That's all they do. How hard is that to just print out a piece of paper and slap it onto someone's tent and they think that that's going to fix the problem? Have anyone from the city or the government came out and offered help or cleaned up any of the trash?
No, nothing. Nobody has came to do anything but try to get us out. That's it.
Has the city come out at all to try to help this situation, to pick up any of the trash?
No, not at all. I mean, there's people like the churches that comes and help, they feed us, but not the city at all, no.
The city hasn't done anything to help you?
No.
What happened that, caused you to become homeless?
I broke my neck and my lower back. I was a quadriplegic. Went in the hospital. When I came out, everything I had was stolen. My car, my truck.
At some point you were working and you were able to have a place?
I had a business for 8 years. I used to sell cars. I used to have a dealership. I was married, everything. And, some things really bad happened in my life, so that lead me to feelings that now I couldn't be able to control, like depression and all of that horrible feelings and sometimes you can deal with, or sometimes we don't know how to deal with it. That I guess that's how everything started. Yeah, I lost everything, to a point like I guess you don't care.
They say I can work. Nobody will hire me. I'm a liability. I slip. At that time I could slip and I fall all the time. I trip and fall. And sometimes, even today when I fall, I get numb again. So, there's no way anybody can hire me. They know that. So I'm stuck.
What did you used to do?
I got a degree in engineering. I'm a heavy equipment operator. I've done a lot in the field of construction. I've done just about everything.
What do you think about all these people who came out here today to help clean up the area?
That was heart-wrenching. That really grabbed me. That is a nasty, nasty, nasty job.
I appreciate it, I mean, I think that's really nice what they're doing, offering themselves to help us to maintain this place clean. And I think that's pretty cool, that shows a lot about themselves, about the character. They really care.
Did you know that a lot of the people out here today who are coming out and spending their weekend helping pick up the trash are actually President Trump supporters?
Really?
Go talk to them. Yes, many of them are actually Trump supporters who are out here doing this to help you guys.
Still doesn't change my opinion about him, but that's good.
The problem is the high cost of living, of buying. You can't buy any longer. The high cost of rent. I don't know what that issue is. I think it's regulations, it's taxes. That's the problem of homelessness, is the high cost of living here in California.
These homeless Americans here have been tax-paying workers for many years. They need the help to get back up on their feet. They can't get it from the government, but the government prioritizes helping out illegal immigrants. And by government, I mean these Democrat politicians that have left their backyards to become shithole cities. This is California, where Democrats run the state and neglect the people and the crisis that's looming in their backyard. Yet somehow these politicians think that they have the skills and they have what it takes to fix the country.
And we drove down Skid Row, downtown LA. This is not Skid Row. This is the Valley. This is Van Nuys. And so a lot of people that lived here 4 miles away, they're going, wow, I wasn't aware that this problem has creeped now out here. And that's my question. My biggest concern is, why are these cities spending money on illegal immigrants when we have American citizens sleeping on the streets? That's the question I want to know.
Have you thought about starting some kind of a fundraiser online so that people could donate to help, increase your efforts so that you guys could get more supplies, more dump trucks, more things like that, so that you guys can continue these efforts?
Well, I'm completely independent, so my website is scottpresler.org, and some donations that come in, I actually have spent out of my own pocket to purchase the dumpsters, to purchase this. So if anybody would like to continue funding these efforts, certainly that's more than welcome. We are going to go to Philly, Pittsburgh. We're going back to Baltimore on Saturday, October 5th, and a lot of these costs are coming out of my own pocket.
So where can they go to donate?
ScottPresler.org. There's only one S in Presler. And I also ask people to go to my Twitter too, @ScottPresler.
There's a good number of people out here, but there's really not that many. I mean, they probably have less than 100 people out here, and look at this work. Look how fast and quick they're able to help clean this mess up. She swept the broom right off the handle. She's sweeping so hard. She's hard working out here. This is what these people are doing on their weekends. They're taking their days off to come out here and help the community.
Every morning before I start writing or shooting a video, I take 2 capsules of Brain Force for a sustainable burst of energy. This is, without question, the most powerful nootropic I've ever taken, and it comes without any of the crashes or the jitters associated with energy drinks. It's additive free, nothing artificial. It's Brain Force Plus. Read thousands of 5-star independent reviews right now and get your Brain Force Plus at InfoWarsLife.com.